What's up, y'all? We back. Today, I'm going to continue talking about these cautionary tales about my life in the inner city of Baltimore, surrounding counties of the prisons of Maryland. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna speak on this topic about joining gangs, being a part of a gang, joining a gang now. Here in the Maryland system, you got a couple gangs. You got, Crips, you got Bloods, you got BGF, you got DMI. I'm gonna go ahead and say Muslim because you know how it go. It might not be a gang, but at the same time, you know how it go. But yeah, you don't gotta sign up for nothing. You really don't. All depending on who you are. Because this the way it happened, this the way it go. Regardless of what, men respect men. Period. Now, in the same token, some people might see being in the gang as a benefit, as an asset. But that's from the outside looking in, because you never been in the gang before. And let me say this, I never been a part of a gang, never had to be. But my situation, my situation be different from other people's. Not saying like I'm the toughest person and none of that, but I know a lot. I do know a lot of people. I'm a well-known person, and I think that go in my favor a lot. But you have to also understand none of that shit matter because if you want a chopping block, then that's what it is. Because one thing about the gang, if you the mission, whoever they send to take care of the mission gonna have to complete the mission, or they gonna become the mission. So a person feel like their life always gonna be more important than yours, more valuable than yours. But I'm gonna tell you a story about something I witnessed when I was over to jail, Baltimore City Detention Center, BCDC. For those of y'all that's not from Baltimore, not from Maryland or whatever, well, not from Baltimore, and you may have heard about it. I'm sure you probably heard about if you follow prison content and different things of that nature, you probably heard about Tavon White over to jail about around like 2013 when he had like 5 correctional officers pregnant, and they shut the jail down in 2015. Like feds came in, took it over, shut it down, like sent all of the sent all everybody that was over there, sent them to like where they sent them at. They sent them over MRDCC, which is DOC Diagnostic, and a couple other places or whatever. But the jail was wide open. Like the jail was definitely a place that would make you go to court and cop out. Like the jail definitely was hell. Because one thing about it, the jail always tight. And for those of y'all that don't know what that means like the jail always locked down. And if you not like a popular person, a known person, or a gang member, and then in that aspect, BGF basically runs the prison system in Maryland. Like that's hands down. And then somebody else tell you something different, it's cat. Like that's basically what it is. But yeah, the jail shut down in 2015. I think they just knocked it down in like 2021. But this took place, I say around like 08, and I was over to jail. And see, one thing about these gangs, man, when people get in gangs, man, the thing about it, it's like this shit wasn't intended to be what it is today. Like BGF, they was, you know, if you know, that was like the Black Panthers. It was like for the people. It meant something. Like when it first came about, I won't go into the history of all that. If you know, you know, whatever. But when it first came about, it was for the people. And now it oppresses their people. That's basically how it goes. Because with power comes, you know, corruption. Power, when they say power, absolute power corrupts, and that's true. So when a person not a part of that, and they standing back and they looking at it, they want to be a part of it, but you don't even know what you're signing up for. And I got a couple of homeboys that's real sturdy, stand up, solid dudes, man. And they always would say to me like, man, I'm glad you ain't never joined this shit. And they say, if I would have known what I knew now, I would have never joined this shit. Because over that same jail, I watched a friend stab his homeboy. Now this is a homeboy from off of the street. Like, and he had to do it because he could get close to him. He wouldn't expect him to do it. So me and you from the same neighborhood grew up. Our mothers know each other. They might go to church together. You know, our baby mothers, they hang out. They hang out on the weekend. Our kids, they like cousins and all that. And now you come over to jail and I'm running with this gang, but you got a bag on you, and the person that's running it going to take the hit, and guess what? You'll never get called to do it because they'll never expect you to do it. That's just one aspect of having to join a gang. And if you don't complete the mission, you become the mission. Ain't no two ways about it. But like I was saying, this situation took place in 09. I was over there for something. No, it wasn't. It was 08. It was 08. And I was over there for something. It was something petty. But the only time I ever go over to jail, if I got a no bail. So they always send me the high bail, no bail. So I always go over N, P, or Q. So you basically know what's really going on over there. High bail, no bail. And it was, you know, running like it usually run. And I slept like 3 tiers down from the dude that was actually in charge of the J, you know, J is short for BGF or whatever. So I might just say J. So the dude that was running it on my tier, I slept like three cells down from him. He was an older dude. He was cool for real. Now, one thing about over that jail, like I said, you're gonna be tight. Only people that's really gonna be out is the working man. Only people that's really getting the working man spot is the J dudes. I had a working man spot one time over the jail, and that was because I'm somebody that a lot of people know. So I had the working man spot one time, but at the same time, when I had it, I ain't really care for it because I had everything I needed and wanted in the cell: food, my bike, cell phone, or whatever, and tobacco. So I don't really need to be out here mingling because I ain't trying to get no correctional officer or nothing. But anyway, a lot of dudes don't be having money. A lot of dudes don't be having money like that. And them getting out, being able to make them little moves and run is a way that they get to make their little money. And they always, and see, one thing about being in the city is regular city chicks. So, you know, niggas is trying, you know what's going on. If a nigga had 5 different chicks pregnant over there, you know what's going on. So like I said, it's regular, it's shit going is normal. And it was this one dude that slept downstairs. He was a fox. He was trying to become Jay. And with him trying to become Jay, it was different shit that he had to do. So like I said, the dude that was running it, he slept like three cells down from me. And yo had the little chick, had the little dyke broad, she was breaking law for him. So he'd catch, when he catch, after he do what he do, you know, he'd be sending it out, I guess break off his brothers or whatever. And you know, a nigga ain't gonna keep it in they cell, so my man that was pledging or whatever, that was the fox that was trying to get in the game, he had to hold the shit. And see, this the thing about it. All that brother shit, yeah, it's cool till it ain't cool. Because like I said, everybody ain't got money. Now, you locked up, one thing niggas want to do is smoke. If it ain't cigarettes, it's weed. Like, motherfuckers want to get high, and motherfuckers want to take their pain away. Motherfuckers fighting charges, motherfuckers fighting bodies, niggas, girls fucking, like, it's a whole lot. Niggas stressed out, and it's really a real place. So, while my man down there holding it, he ain't a working man, so he don't really get to come out. But that ain't no problem for big homie that's sleeping a couple cells down from me, cause he got hands and feet out there on the tier that can do his running all day. So he sent for some tobacco one day. And just so happened, the shit get missing on the way coming up to the man. Now it ain't all get missing, it got hit. And when it got hit, see, cause one thing about it, you keep your peeker, they give you a little mirror, right? So like you would keep your peeker like poked out the cell so you can see what's going on the tier, whatever. So when in transport, when the dude go down there to grab the tobacco to bring it up from him, because I guess this was the rest of it, the last of it or whatever, and when he bringing it up, he must have hit it already and tucked off, and he dropped it to the big man. So the big man looked at it and must knew how many pouches was left in what he had left. So he yelled down there to him and asked him what type of games he playing. So you can hear the confusion in his voice. He like, what you talking about? But you can hear the fear in his voice too. Because now you just signed up for some shit that got you in over your head that quick. That one of your brothers, because you the low man on the totem pole, and obviously niggas don't really fuck with you like that. Or niggas might did fuck with you, but niggas so cruddy, they don't give a fuck about you. So I'm knowing that he knowing that dude downstairs ain't even like that. He wouldn't even have tried no shit like that. But he ain't gonna say that yo did it. All he's saying is that's how it was when you sent it to me. Nevertheless, he say don't worry about it. The next morning, as they letting us out for showers, they do three cells at a time. So they coming down, letting out 6 dudes. Them 6 come out, the next 6 go in. He was in the 3rd row of 6. When they hit the cell and let them dudes out, when he was coming out the shower, they must have got the order to hit him. So before he can get back in his cell, 2 dudes run up on him, and now niggas got uptowns. For y'all don't know what that is, that's knives that you have on the street, the little flip joints. And they ran up on him, and all you heard him was like, yeah, sound like a woman. And they got to hitting him. Now, mind you, yo just getting out the shower, his shower shoes wet, and he ain't even thinking unexpected, not knowing it's even coming because a nigga done rocked him to sleep. I would hope he, but he must didn't. He must didn't think it was nothing, because he told him don't worry about it. Maybe I overlooked something. Don't worry about it. And then he probably looking at it like, you know, yo got it like that. That shit ain't nothing to him. He know I ain't do that. But if I let that slide, then the next nigga gonna try to play with me, or the next nigga gonna try to play with me. But not knowing the same nigga that you got to stab him, and he died. He definitely died. They killed that boy that day. But the same nigga that did that was the same nigga that did that. So before you go jumping out here, really wanting to get in these gangs and wanting to get in the street and all that, man, just remember, when it come down to it, a nigga gonna always pick theyself over you. Just like in that situation. So, at the end of the day, you be rock solid, stand on your own too. And remember, you cut different.